And welcome everybody to Undefined Voices. It is Wednesday, October 8th. We're moving right along. Hope y'all had a great Tuesday. Hope it's well. Hope it was good. I mean, we got a little rain here yesterday. I was surprised. I thought waking up this morning, we were going to have some clear skies. Turns out that's not the case. At all, but it did feel good outside. I will say that. It felt great this morning going out. Man, I enjoyed that. So if you have to wake up early, waking up to a great feeling day is what it's all about. Now the night, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. I had a horrible night last night. First of all, I couldn't go to sleep. So I ended up watching First Blood. And I thought, okay, now I'm ready to go to sleep. Nope. It's all right. Rambo Part 2. Maybe now. Nope. Finally, I drift off to sleep around midnight. Well, about 3 o'clock this morning, my dogs decided now's a good time to start cutting up. Now's a great time to start barking and losing our minds. And so that's what they did. So I finally can't take it anymore. I wait and wait and wait, and I finally have to get up. I have to get up and go deal with this. I walk into the living room. My daughter's gone, so her German Shepherd is in her room. But I have the gate open so he can be around the rest of the dogs, or she can be around the rest of the dogs. And everything was fine. I walk in there, and they all stop. They all stop barking when I walk in the room. They're like, all right, he's here. Y'all shut up. It's like an understanding they all have. And I look outside to make sure ain't nobody messing around my vehicles. Come back in, shut the door. Dogs are just staring when they should be sleeping. I go back to my room. And then it's not 2 minutes, I hear them barking and cutting up again. I'm about to lose it. It started with the Chihuahua this time. It started with Sammy the first time. Then it started with the Chihuahua this time. The Smalls. Then I swear to God, I hear a loud barking right outside my bedroom door. I'm like, well, that's not possible. Everybody's put up. I open the door. I walk out. There's nothing there. All the dogs are right where they're supposed to be. All right. I peek into the living room. They're all right there. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. Frustrated. I want to go to sleep. Tired. So I go back to the bedroom, right? So I go back to the bedroom. And I hear that loud barking again. But when I went back this time, I didn't go to bed. I just stood by the door and stood there. So as soon as that barking, I opened up the door, and there Kaya was, the German Shepherd, looking at me like, oh, crap. And she hauls off back to the bedroom she's supposed to be in. This big old dog. So Sammy is our next to the biggest dog. He's a pretty good-sized dog, but not anywhere near as big as Kaya, the German Shepherd. And I put Sammy's kennel right in front of that doorway, along with another thing, just that way Kai can still see out and everything's cool. That dog pushed Sammy out of the way and decided she wanted to go exploring, which set off all the other animals because they're pissed off because they can't go exploring like Kai's going exploring. Yeah. So I had to deal with that this morning. And getting back to sleep was no fun because as soon as I go back to sleep, what happens? The alarm clock goes off for Jen to get up. This is at 4:15. And then 4:25. And then 4:30. By the time I try to get back to sleep, it's after 5. And then all of a sudden, my alarm goes off. And it's 6 o'clock, and I got to get up. So that's how my night went. And I'm exhausted. I've had 2 cups of coffee already. And I'm probably going to have to get a third. Good morning, Daniel. Good morning, Zen. Good morning, Jen. Hope y'all are doing well this morning. I know Jen's got to be doing well because she was snoring all night last night. She was out, buddy. That girl was out, but she's needed to sleep. So, I can't say anything bad about that. Her sleep is long overdue, but I did not do well last night. It was awful. It was awful. But here we are. Like I said, it's Wednesday. I love the temps outside. The temps outside are good. Like today, it's supposed to be a high about 78. Tomorrow, 75 and sunny. Friday, it's going to be 78, sunny. Saturday, get a little warmer, close to 80, which means it'll probably be 80 at least. And then Sunday, we get back in the 80s, the 81, and then Monday is going to be 84. Stay in the 70s. Again, stay in the 70s, folks. Let's do it. Stay in the 70s and we're good. Stay in the 70s and we are good. That's where I like to hang out at. So there's your morning forecast for you. Like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm retired, going back to sleep after your show. Dude, I don't blame you, dude. Zen, I don't blame you at all, buddy. I don't. I wish I could go back to sleep. I have way too much to do. So I've mentioned this book I'm writing. Right, I've written my novel. And I'm putting together this cookbook to go along with it. People have told me for a long time, you need to do a cookbook. Y'all do a cookbook. So I'm doing a cookbook. And I'm accepting all recipes. So if y'all have one, send them to me. I would love to include them in this cookbook. I'll put your name in the book. I'm all for that. But I really thought this was going to be an easy process. This is the hardest book I've ever put together. And I put a lot of books together in my time. As a former publisher, I had put a ton of books together. I put children's books together and with funky kind of ways of doing text, all that. This book right here. Like, I'm gonna show y'all something. So if you're watching on or if you're listening on the Undefined Radio app, I'm gonna show this on our Undefined Radio stream or After Dark stream. What I've been working on. Because this is kind of the way it's going to be laid out. This is the kind of work I'm putting into this book. Because I want this cookbook to be awesome. First of all, it's going to have great recipes in it, I got more coming in today from people that I know are exceptional cooks. So I know the recipes are going to be good. The ones I've already got loaded up are good. But take a look at this layout. That's how it's going to look right there. That layout right there. So to get all of that, to get all the whimsical details, it takes some work. I didn't have to come up with the artistry that goes in here. That's work in and of itself. So it's a chore. Putting together this cookbook is an absolute chore. But I love it. But I do love doing it. So it's pretty cool. But I'm serious. If y'all have recipes, get them to me. Don't hang on to them for yourself. Share it with the world, especially if you're proud of your recipes. Definitely share those with the world. No sense in keeping that to yourself. That's why I put my recipes out there. Because I'm just one person. I'm only going a few of these people get to enjoy the things I come up with. Or they hate them. One of the two. Either way, I want to get it out there so people can experiment with them. Like my wontons that I have to make every year, usually several times a year, are super delicious. They really are. Probably the simplest and best thing I make. But that recipe will be in this cookbook. And my grandmother's chocolate pie, it's actually not my grandmother's, my kid's godmother, but it's called Grandma's chocolate pie because her grandmother made this chocolate pie. So this chocolate pie recipe is about 100 years old. Almost. Yeah, probably is 100 years old, actually. So, and it's the truth, the absolute truth. I'm putting it in there. My coconut pie recipe, putting it in there. So if you got recipes that you would like included, you think people would like to experience, let's go. A buddy of mine donated his pumpkin spice roll recipe, which I'm curious to try. I will be curious to try that. And my actual pumpkin pie recipe is in there. So I think Jen's got some green bean stacks. I don't know if they're called stacks or wraps. Either way, so the green beans wrapped in bacon, her recipe for that is in there. I mean, just a lot of good stuff. And I want to include more. So if you want to be a part of something, and all you have to do is send me the recipe, you can screenshot it and send it to me. But all you have to do is send me your recipe, and I will put it in this book. And then you let me know if you want your name in it or not. And I'll put it in there. Because that's how traditional cookbooks were done back in the day. I don't know if they're still done that way because I don't own one anymore. But This is one you're going to want to own for sure. And I would love for you guys to be a part of it. Cherry Cookies is in there. That's the one I just popped on the screen, as a matter of fact. That's the one I just popped on the screen. This one right here. Bam. Cherry Cookies. Chinny's Cherry Cookies. Except Chinny is a character in the book. So, bam. Just a little FYI. But she will be a part of it. She will be a part of it. I named it after her. Green Bean Bundles. Okay, there you go. So, like I said, you got recipes, send them to me. I will put them in this book. It's not hard, folks. You've either got them saved in your emails, saved in your messages, or saved in your messenger, or you've got them written down and you can just take a quick picture of it and send it to me. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Send me those recipes. They will go in the cookbook. So the Bodie Bagsley book will launch before the cookbook, and the cookbook will come immediately afterwards. And I do mean immediately afterwards. So just be ready for that. Be ready for that. But it's going to be a good one. This book is, I love Hell County. The one sitting right back here, right there. My first novel, real novel. That's a big book. And the one I've dreamed of my whole life. But this book that I've written with Bodie Bagsley is probably the best thing I've written. It just is. It's whimsical, takes you back to your childhood. It's awesome. As you can tell behind me on my screen, behind me, I'm all about the holiday season, Halloween, Christmas, all of that. I love it. Thanksgiving, I'm all about all of it. So now's the time. Now's the time. And I like being introduced to recipes I've never heard of before. Something new. I don't know if y'all seen this. Have y'all seen them smoking honey buns wrapped in bacon? Honey buns wrapped in bacon. Have y'all seen this? It looks, I haven't had a honey bun in a long time. I got burnt out on because I used to eat them so much. So I haven't had a honey bun in a long time. But wrapping that sucker in bacon and putting it on the smoker, depending on which ones you look at, look pretty incredible. I actually haven't seen a bad one yet. They all look pretty good. And they all seem to be made a little bit differently in how they're wrapped and the temperatures. But I'm thinking about trying it. The problem is I'm trying to lose weight, so you get back into fighting shape. So I don't know exactly if I'm going to make them or not, but they look delicious. That's what I mean. Like new things like that, like stuff you've never seen before or you never really think about. And there's a bunch of them. Mark sent me deer poppers, I think they were. I may be wrong about that. There'd be something like that, which looked pretty good. So it's deer meat stuffed in a jalapeno and cream cheese, I believe, wrapped in bacon. That sounds good to me. That sounds delicious to me. That sounds delicious. I would like to try that, actually. Now that we're sitting here talking about, I gotta stop talking about food. But really, if you want to be a part of the cookbook, let me know. Let me know. Hit me up. I say yes. I say yes. I try not to say no. No is so negative, and there's enough negativity out there, so I try not to do the no thing. Let's go. Let's say yes. This weekend filled full of good stuff happening. We talked yesterday about Cedar Hill Farms. Be sure you are reserving your fire pit, the maze in Memphis, by the Agri Center. I'd like to go check it out as well. Looks like they got a lot of fun stuff to do. And they've got, I know this weekend I'm going to Blytheville to wrestle early at an event there, which ought to be a lot of fun. That event ought to be a lot of fun. Let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, anyway, I don't see it on here, but it ought to be a blast. It really should be a blast. So we're doing that in Blytheville. It's at 12 o'clock. It's some barbecue fest, I believe, is what it is. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a good time there. Remember, Witches Night Out's coming up October 23rd from 4:30 to 8:30. Ladies, this is your night. Dress like a witch. Go taste some wine. Shop a little bit. Go to your after party. Have a good time. From 4:30 to 8:30. So it's not a late night. It's just a fun thing to do. Just a fun thing to do. So if you're out and about, we always talk about trying to find things to do in our communities. This is one of those things you can do for sure. October 11th, which is Saturday, you have a paint and sip evening. That's right, in baseball at the Legacy 5. It's $25 per person. You get a paint on these canvases that are provided for you. Sip some wine and beer. You get to try delicious cocktails. They even have non-alcoholic beverages there, so don't worry for those of you who don't drink. They'll have light snacks, and at the end of the night, you can take your masterpiece home. That's right. You can take your masterpiece home at the end of the night. So there you go. There you go. Again, a lot of good stuff to do. Like, there are so many things. Trade days is this weekend in Coldwater. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend around here, there you go. Trade days is it. Last weekend of trade days, as a matter of fact. So be sure you go check that out. Be sure you go check that out. It's going to be awesome. That trade days is always a big event. I mean, it's funny because from the road, you're like, well, it's not very many until you realize it's not width, it's depth. It goes way, way back there. Like, there's so many vendors at trade days. So many vendors at trade days. It's kind of crazy exactly how many vendors there are. Chili cook-off. It's the chili cook-off event in Blytheville. That's what it is. Thanks, Mark. So that's where I'll be wrestling at Saturday. Blytheville, Arkansas. At the chili cook-off event. Probably won't have any chili until after I wrestle. I'm just saying. Probably the wisest choice. Probably the wisest decision for sure. No doubt. No doubt about it. Well, so we got that. We went through this. So I was looking at this news. I wish I had some of these people's luck. I do. I wish I had some of this luck that some of these people have. This dude was at the gym in Maryland. Leaves the gym. Just happens to stop by the store. Like, you know what? I'll go by the store. I'm going to pick up a lottery ticket real quick. And wins $31,000. Matter of fact, $31,118.30. Yeah. Yeah. Like, really? Really? I can't beat solitaire. One person on easy. And these dudes are out here just stopping by casually, winning $31,000. Yeah. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But there it is. Now, some people aren't nearly as lucky. Some of the opposite. Like, there was a truck in Illinois, which this should not surprise me really with all the crap going on in Illinois right now. This truck overturned and it spilled 46,000 pounds of applesauce on the highway. That's right. 46,000 pounds of applesauce got spilled on the highway. That's wild. That's wild. And then in Florida, an alligator was caught trying to crash happy hour at a tiki bar. I don't really consider this an alligator, though. It's tiny. It's a tiny gator. If you can hold an alligator in your hands, it's two hands like this, it's not really to me, it's not really an alligator. It's a pretender waiting to grow up to be an alligator. It ain't the real thing yet. Dude, see, I'm the same way. I can't win pay bingo either. Dude, I downloaded an app because it looks so much fun. And I can't win on it. I'm like, why? How? That's like playing that stupid Monopoly Go game. That game's stupid. What a money pit that thing is. What a money pit that stupid game is. Because I was playing it, right? And you know what they're trying to get you to do. So you go around the specific places on the map, different days where you can land and you get the bonus stuff, all this crap. I went around the board 4 times and noticed where my token would land just in between each of the winning spots. 4 times around the board. 4 times around the board, just landing on supposedly random properties. And I just happened to miss every big spot by 1 space, literally land right next to it 4 times in a row. Rigged. Monopoly Go is the worst. So why do I still play it? You still have that hope, I guess, that maybe it's not quite rigged, but it is. It is. Yeah, hold off on the chilling until you store your competition, but don't need you gassed out before the match. That is so true. I don't need to be gassing out during the match. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean? Yeah. It's it's true though. It is true. So I have no luck when it comes to that stuff. I don't. Like Jen's already completed her first album on her way back on the second one on Monopoly Go. That's how good she is. The holdable gators are giant lizards with teeth. 5 to 6 foot is a junior gator. Anything about 6 foot, that's a gator. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, you can hold it in 2 hands. That's just playtime. But when that sucker's as tall and long as I am, it's got that big old head. Nah, buddy, that's a gator, and you can keep it. I don't want no part of it. That's a gator right there. Yeah, no. This one sounds sketchy to me. This is sketchy. Like this alligator. This just happened a couple days ago. So you got a PGA golfers taking some golf shots, right? They're playing at the Sanderson Farms Championship here in the SIP. And there's this great picture of him. And behind him in the lake, watching him shoot, is a gator's head. I mean, you don't know where them little suckers are going to pop up at. You don't know where they're going to pop up at. Crazy freaking things. And what about this lawyer? He supposedly had a week-long illness that led to a $100,000 scratch-off lottery prize. He was sick enough to stay at home, but he finally manages to leave the house and wound up scoring a $100,000 scratch-off. Yeah. A Missouri lottery. Yeah. I don't know why I read that as a lawyer at first. So hopefully that's not true. It's a Missouri woman. All right, let's just get into this then. Because now I'm curious. She didn't know what she was going to do, but she needed to get out of the house. I get that, especially when you've been cooped up for so long. Stopped at Murphy Oil. Okay. In Boonville, Missouri. Got her little scratch-off ticket. Got a soda. Scratched off $100,000. And even the clerk was surprised. And there you go. That's wild. Again, there's that luck we're talking about that I have none of. There's the luck I have none of right there. Yeah. And they have another one. I'm tired. I don't know if I need to keep reading these or not. I don't know if I need to keep reading these. Because 4 days ago in Michigan, there was a guy who was disappointed to see that someone had won the $564,219 Club Keno jackpot prize in the Michigan lottery. Bummed about it. And then he finds out it was he who won it. I guess he's not bummed anymore. God. I finally won at the lottery, though. I will say that. I won the price of the ticket back. And not even the full price, because really I only won enough to count. I bought 5 lines, only won enough to cover 2 of them. Sad. Saw a gator relaxing creekside in Georgia. Well, there you go. I know a buddy of mine who lives in Florida. They see them all the time behind their house. They're all the time behind their house. That's what they see. Those gators out there. Just chilling out. Chilling out like it's no big thing. Just out there having a good time. But gators are funky. when you look at them. Those and Crocs, right? The only difference is how their jaws move, really. But you're really looking at a prehistoric animal there. That is the closest thing to a living dinosaur you're ever going to see. You can look at a crocodile or an alligator and go, you're looking back 65 million years. Right? You see that? You're looking back all that time. It's a look into the past right there. And God, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. They just lounge around. Grab some prey, take it to the bottom of the water source that they're in, roll it over, and there they go. That's crazy. Lottery winners depression. Yeah, but I mean, I think what depressed me about lottery winners are the fact that so many of them blow through their money the way they do. The stories of lottery winners who went broke. That's insane. And it's a lot of them. That's a lot of them. I mean, I need to look this up. There it is. I mean, good Lord. We'll just do this one. Because this is a crazy stat right here. I had seen this before. This is a crazy stat. Did you know that I believe it is, let me see if I can find it here. It was on here. 70% of lottery winners end up bankrupt within a few years of winning. That was the rumor. All right. That came out in 2001. So it was actually a rumor. I think the truth is that they're not sure how many go broke. They know it's a crazy number, though. And I'm trying to find the actual study on this, but I mean, for a lot of people, it's going to be a great experience because a lot of people will be the smart thing. Just like Mark just said, I'd have to let my winnings help me make money. That's what you do. You can enjoy buying new things, buy your new house, buy that new vehicle. Help some people out if you think you need to. But also put your money, invest it, and let that stuff make money for you. It ain't making money in savings. I'm going to tell you. But you can let this stuff. There's a guy out there who actually handles these things for lottery winners. Tries to tell them this is how you need to do things, helps them set up their stuff. That's what I would do. I would seek him out because he's a guru when it comes to this and making sure people can keep their money and let their money keep working for them. I mean, I can understand going on a spending spree when you win the lottery. I mean, I understand it. I do. But I have lived in poverty for so long now that I know how to live. I know how to live inexpensively. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that's a real necessity. Would you like to have a better house? Absolutely. Brand new car, like driving it off the lot? Sure. But I don't need 12 of them. I don't need a 15,000 square foot property. You just, that's the thing. It's the excess. The thing that you see that all these people have, that all of a sudden you have this money and you want those same things. And I get that mindset, but it's not a winning mindset. Get the stuff that you can afford to get, that you can keep, that you don't have to worry about, and let your money keep working for you. And here's what's going to happen. All those things that you kind of want, you'll be able to get. But you can't go up there and just toss the money here and toss the money there and expect to still have it. You can't. I'm not going out and buying me a $30,000 necklace, $10,000 ring. I'm not doing it. I would not do that. There's no point in that. I don't wear them anyway. Why would I go buy one like that? I don't need to show people that I've got all this money all of a sudden like that. Would I buy me a new vehicle? Sure, absolutely. But also, my new vehicle is a 1967 Impala, so that would be my quote-unquote new vehicle. I drive that sucker everywhere. I take it on road trips. My point being, I don't need a fleet of cars. Nobody needs a fleet of cars. That's like even shoes and stuff. Like I wouldn't have a whole closet full of brand new shoes. I buy my shoes, I wear them until they wear out, then I buy me another pair. That's how that works. So I probably wouldn't be one of those guys either. I'm the same way with clothes. Okay, I'll wear the ones I got to wear out, then I'll go buy me something new. But I think you have to learn how to handle your money. And you can do that. It doesn't mean you have to be poor to do it, but you can do it. But you are right. Poor folks don't know how to handle huge money. Rich folks handle money well. It's why they're rich and why they stay rich. Sure, they got some toys, but you know what they also got? They're making their money work for them. And you've got to be able to do that. So my doctor buddy of mine, Dr. Mike, one of my best friends, he's got me into investing. Now, I don't have huge amounts of money, so I have to start out small. But he has shown me a way to do this where my money's already making money for me. And it's the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing. Like, I didn't know how to use the stock market. Stock market's a real tool that's out there. Most people think just go out and buy all these stocks and it's a guessing game. No, it does not have to be that. And that's what I'm discovering about it. It's not as complicated as we make it. And certainly as complicated as these Hollywood movies seem to make it out to be. Just got to know how to go in there and just let it. The key is to go in knowing that it's not a get-rich-quick thing. You just got to let your money work for you. If you're trying to do a savings, invest it. And let that money work for you because you'll make a whole lot more on your return than you will in savings. It's a cool concept. After I started learning this, it's been a wild, like eye-opening thing. Like, why would you put money in savings when you put it right over here? And while that money's saving up, it's gaining money, gaining more money. It seems like this is the sort of things that we need to learn about in school. Our kids need to learn about. Real world things that are not taught in our school system. Our school systems are such jokes in how the curriculum is set up, and kids need to be taught the basics of how to survive in this world. That's how they should be taught. I don't care what else you do, but your job as a school in a school system should be to let these kids be able to navigate life after high school. And a lot of these courses aren't designed for that. They aren't. I remember an LA Dodger that only asked for $100,000 a year and deferred the rest. We retired, he had $150 million and bought a ranch. Exactly. Like, what can you live on comfortably for you and your family and put the rest away? What can you live on to go here and let me put the rest away? It's worth it. It's worth doing it that way. My only problem is I wish I had done this 10 years ago. But you're never too late. Never too late to do it. So, like any little extra money I have, I throw into my investment account now. I don't care if it's 20, 30 bucks. I throw it into my investment account. I do. And it's fun to watch it grow like that. And you can watch it grow in real time. But people don't think like that. They really don't. They have no idea. So I started taking this course from Mike, and he was telling me about it. We were talking Monday about it. And again, it is so mind-numbingly easy when you see how it works. And if you do it with Mike and get in his program, he does it for you, really. It's pretty cool. Shows you how to do everything. What you need to do, what you need to invest in, how you need to set it up, and then where to go from there. It's a cool system. I actually got the system. It's a pretty cool system. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It is pretty neat. It's pretty wicked awesome. Pretty wicked awesome. So I didn't have a song pulled up this morning. I didn't. Because I'll be honest with you. After I told y'all the story of me trying to get some sleep and all that happened last night, I had no energy. I got up, slept through my first alarm, and had to be at the gym, so I haven't had time to really set anything up. So I'm looking at some of these indie artists that I've done, I've got to talk to, and I'm trying to find a song by one of them, Ethan Willis. So it's deer season, it's hunting season. Hunting season is amongst us. And here's a great song we used. Me and my brother-in-law had a very short-lived podcast show. Just because we live so far away from each other, it's hard to do. And I hate that because this could have been a really good show, and it could have been a big show. And who knows, one day we may pull it back out. But this is called Camo and Ammo. I want y'all to listen to this. I love this song. God bless it. It's going to do this to me again. Yep, it's going to do it to me again. Stop it. Stop it. It does that on purpose, so you have to play some of the ads. Makes me so mad. It makes me so mad when it does that. But here it is. All right. This is Ethan Willis, Camo and Ammo. I hope y'all enjoy this song. So apparently, different which is kind of tragic. All right. So here's the thing. I don't know what's happening on my book because I'm not on mute. My volume's up. It's playing through the headphones. It's playing out, but it's not doing anything. Like it is not doing anything. What is going on here? What is going on here? Means I'm looking through my audio. Yeah. Audio right there, perfect. Audio right there is perfect. That makes no sense. Audio here, perfect. Got all kinds of, yeah. I mean, it was blasting through my headphones. But for some reason, I have no idea why. Because I'm sitting here looking at it, right? Like, all right, let's be sure. Let's be sure what we got. Let's be sure what we got here. Yeah, there's no reason for it not to play. No reason for it not to play out. But it's not. It is not playing out. That's kind of crazy to me that that's the case. I wonder what's happening there. So that audio goes there. Man, that is going to bug me so bad. That is going to bug me so bad. So let's try a couple things. Y'all about to be my test audience right here. Y'all about to be my test audience. Let's work this out in real time together. I'm going to play it. Y'all let me know if you can hear it.
Sitting in a tree stand, but right now I'm busting my ass on this 9 to 5. But you better believe when the season's change, if it's brown, it's down. If it flies, it dies. If you're gonna hunt, you gotta do it right. Shotgun or rifle.
All right, so for you guys on YouTube and on Facebook, can you hear me? All right, good deal. Good deal. I don't know what that was weird.
You ready to go? Ammo and ammo. That's my motto. So I'm digging through, I can see my breath. See a couple does call up a couple green hits. 30-06 won't let me down. If the grunt call, then it hits the ground. If it's brown, it's down. If it flies, it dies. If you're gonna hunt, you gotta do it right. Shotgun or rifle, you ready to go? Ammo and ammo, that's my motto. Down, if it flies, it dies. If you're gonna hunt, you gotta do it right. Shotgun or rifle, you ready to go? Ammo and ammo, that's my motto. That's my motto.
All right, Camo and Ammo by Ethan Willis. Appreciate y'all's help on that. So hopefully you can hear my voice. Now I'm worried about it. Right now I'm worried about it. Now it's like, what's going on? What's happening here? Making sure my app is rolling. It looks like it's taking it pretty good, so that should be fine. It drives me crazy, man. It does. It drives me crazy. That's the thing. Let me see if it works on my phone. Come on, phone. I love having all this great technological achievement I have. And I still can't get it to work. See, that just worked. Appreciate that, Amanda. Thanks, Sheila. Zen, Jen, Mark. Appreciate all that. But, geez, this has been fine this whole time. It's been now. So I got to pay a bill or two real quick. So I want to play a few things from our sponsors, from the good people who've always supported this channel and how much I appreciate it. Let's go.
First Security Bank is proud to support all area football teams. While you may not win every game, your friends at First Security Bank hope and pray that you stay safe, play hard, and be true to your team. It takes each one of you to play your role in the game, and it takes each one of us to be your bank. Each position on the team has its challenges, but we choose to persevere and win regardless of the numbers on the scoreboard. Make this season your best season. First Security Bank, we are one. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
North Delta football is coming to you live all season long, thanks to TVI Fiber, proud sponsor of the Green Wave broadcast. Just like our players on the field, TVI Fiber delivers speed, strength, and reliability you can count on. Lightning lightning fast internet, powerful connections, and dependable service, that's a winning game plan every time. From kickoff to the final whistle, TVI Fiber keeps fans connected. Whether you're tuning in from home, on the go, or cheering from miles away. TVI Fiber. TVIfiber.com, built for the community, by the community. All right, I'd also like to thank Kudzu Carts. If you're looking for a golf cart, Kudzu Carts is your place to go. And, of course, Caldwell Insurance, Parent Caldwell and all them. We do have In View of Eternity coming up, and I got a couple more sponsors to play with that. But if you know somebody who is in need of prayers, whether it's yourself or my voice, let me know, and we'll add them to our prayer chain. We want to do the prayer chain weekly. You can add them any day. Just let me know who that is. You can put them here in the comment section. You can leave them on our pinned post on Facebook, however you want to do it. But it never hurts to have those great vibes going out into the atmosphere before we play our daily inspirational message by Michael Bates, which is brought to you by all of our great sponsors, again, by the way. So if you need to know somebody who needs that, is the time of day we do that 8:50 every morning right here on Undefined Radio. I don't know what jumped into my throat or what happened. Maybe it's because I was talking about alligators or bad luck. Whatever the case may be, it's happened. But I thank all of you for helping me with that audio issue. That was weird. That was so weird. I don't know why that got switched off in the program. But technology. And I would like once again to remind you all, if you've got recipes you would love to share and be in this new cookbook that's coming out as a companion piece to my novel, please send those to me. My stepmother just sent me 12, and they're going in the book. That woman can cook. So I can't wait to see those and start getting those incorporated in there. I would love to have your recipes in here too. Whatever you think is delicious that you like, add it. Let's go. Let's be a part of it. I'd love for y'all to be a part of it because I think it's cool. And it's cool to see your recipes published in a book. It just is. All right. Just like I've had a few poems published in these big coffee table books. And it was always cool seeing your poetry or your writing in a book. It just is a cool thing. It is. Maybe I'm just weird. I'm a nerd and that's me. But I love it. I think it's awesome. So if you want to be a part of that, send them to me. I would love to include them. Like right after I get off of this morning show, it's right back to editing this cookbook because this is a monster. It's a monster. I want to show y'all once again. If you haven't seen it, the layout's going to be, this is what we're talking about. So we're not talking about just words on paper. There's a design theme. It's themed to go with the novel and the whimsical nature of the novel and the adventurous nature of the novel. And there it is right there. Right there. And again, I'd love for y'all to be a part of it. Would love for you to be a part of that. We are going on a marketing tear this time it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild that all these years we had an actual dude. Let me tell you something. Me and Doc ran a publishing company for years before we finally closed it down. Because in the small area, it's kind of hard to do. But honestly, if I had known this secret about how that these main selling authors do it, then that's what I'd have done. If I'd have known this secret to marketing, I would have done it. And I'm not going into it on this show. But it is one of those things, though, that's kind of tripped me out. Me and Doc were talking about this Monday. It just trips me out that if we'd have known this one secret, it would have helped us out a ton. But better late than never because it's going to help me, I think, with this novel. We want to get it to Amazon's bestseller list. That's the goal. The goal is to become an Amazon bestseller. Because here's what happens after that. And if it becomes a bestseller on Amazon, then the Hollywood people start taking a look at your stories and seeing if they can adapt it into a movie or a series. And that would be cool. That would be a crazy thing. But that's what we're trying to do. I get some deer meat this year. I will make these venison pepper poppers, dude. I will. I will make those. I get some deer meat this year. I will do that for sure. All right, but now we've got In View of Eternity with Michael Bates. And before we do that, these are the people who bring you In View of Eternity.
Wells Funeral Home and Cremation Service, your locally owned family funeral home and cremation service in Batesville. We love supporting our North Delta Green Wave High School athletics, and we are ready for some football. We are proud of the programs at North Delta and the hard work our athletes have put in. Wells Funeral Home and Cremation Service in Batesville, proud of our Green Waves. We are ready to serve you, and we are ready for some football. Visit our website at wellsfuneralhome.net or call us at 662-563-5700.
Let Panola Paper Company be your source for supplies for your business or organization today. They can provide paper, janitorial supplies, food service disposables, office supplies, concessions, party supplies, warehouse and shipping supplies, first aid and safety items, and the list goes on and on and on. With free next-day delivery service to most locations, call them today for a catalog and pricing to start saving your business money. Order online at panolapaper.com, panolapaper.com, or call them at 563-5222, 563-5222. Panola Paper Company in Batesville in the Industrial Park, panolapaper.com.
All right, this message by Michael Bates is about gossip. Boy, this is one we could all use. This is one we could all use because we all, in some way, shape, or form, participate in gossip. Whether it's mean-spirited or good-naturedly, we all have a form of gossip we participate in. Some to a bigger degree than others. But here it is. Take a listen to this.
Hey, good morning to you, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us this morning on In View of Eternity. So good to have you with us. Hope you enjoy the broadcast from day to day and that they are of spiritual benefit to each one of us. Suppose you and I took the windiest day of the year. Maybe you think about a winter time when a cold front's blowing through and it's bringing snow or whatever, or maybe a spring day where the weather's changing a little bit and it's kind of stormy outside and winds just swirling everywhere. And suppose we were to take just bags and bags and bags of feathers and we go down to town square, if you have one there in your town, and we begin opening bags up and just shaking the feathers free into the wind. And you can see the wind carrying them in the air and across the ground and just blowing them every different direction, down side streets and the like. And then let's just suppose we put some feathers in the back of a pickup truck and go flying down the interstate, and they're just blowing out just all over the place, going different places in the world. You know, someone has described gossip that very way, that all of it can begin at one source, but once it's out of the bag, so to speak, it can fly and go many different directions. If you and I were to feel a little guilty about spreading so many feathers around, and we decided, well, we're going to go and we're going to collect every one of those feathers that we have dispersed into the wind, we would likely be on an impossible mission, wouldn't we? That's why we need to be so careful about the things that we say. Anything that would fall into the realm of gossip, and yes, even if it's true, it is very much still gossip. The Bible talks about folks who are busybodies in other people's affairs. To go and talk about someone in a way that's not good or not favorable to them is just not simply something that you and I ought to be concerned about if we're following Jesus. We ought to be concerned about things that are good and honest and pure. Philippians 4, verses 8 and 9. Let's be very careful. Don't be a part of gossip. You know, sometimes listening to gossip can be just as big a part of gossip if you were the one doing the talking. Don't give people an opportunity to slander and to speak other people's business. We don't know if it's true or not. Let's let the Lord determine what a person has done or not done. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm Michael Bates.
There you go, In View of Eternity by Michael Bates. Yeah, it's a good one. That's true. That one's true. Man, how often do we do that? Or see people doing it? or be a part of it ourselves, even when we're not really meaning to. How many times have you done that, right? And you tell something you think is in confidence, and boy, it gets out there. Or you just mention something you don't think is really a big deal, and all of a sudden it becomes this living, breathing nightmare that you unintentionally did not mean to happen. Right? It's just some flippant remark you made, just in the wind, right? And then here it becomes an issue. We see that more than ever nowadays. We were having a conversation yesterday, and here's the thing. We all talk about how bad social media is and the internet is this and that. There are good things that come from it as well. But like everything in our lives, the good stuff we don't promote nearly as much as we promote the bad stuff, right? Because the good stuff doesn't seem to be near as interesting. The bad stuff is juicy. We all like to hear that juicy stuff that's going on. Like, what's happening? I can't wait to dig into this. We don't talk about the good stuff near as much. Just how it is. It may get a picture on Facebook or Instagram. All right. You may get something like that talking about it, but we don't. One thing I would like to say, though, before I get off here this morning, big prayers up to James Burchell. He is fighting a fight right now with cancer. And from the news I got last night, it's not looking good. And I think he's ready just to go home. And so my thoughts and prayers and love are with him and his family. I've known James Burchell a long, long time, but we weren't best of friends or anything. I'm not going to get on here and say that because we weren't. But he was always good to me and a good guy, especially in the wrestling business. And a guy that most people just love the guy with good reason. He's just a good dude. And the fact that him and his family's having to go through this is heartbreaking. And we know way too many people that have to fight this fight. And it's just sad. So thoughts and prayers with his family. All our love from here. And you got somebody you know who's fighting a battle that's tough. You know, prayers for them. Because it's life is fleeting. Very, very fleeting. That's why I do all the stuff that I do. Because I understand how short life is. My mother's already been gone 5 years now. It's hard to believe. 5 years. Life is fleeting. Enjoy every moment while you can. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy the people around you. Don't be afraid to say yes. Don't be afraid to say yes to new opportunities and new things. Because why? You can't hold on to anything else. Once you're gone, you're gone. And what legacy are you leaving behind? You know, what are you leaving behind? For me, my writing is it. That's what I really want to leave behind for humanity and posterity and for my kids. It's one of the things I enjoy. What is it for you? What is the thing you truly want to leave behind in your all too brief time on this planet? Hopefully it's not a legacy of hate, jealousy, and meanness. That's easy. That's easy stuff. That's low-hanging fruit. Guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow, Thursday morning, bright and early, 8 a.m., as we are every day. And we'll be showing up every day. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Thanks for making this channel especially this show, take off. Our numbers are great and they're growing. That happens because of all of you guys. Stay safe out there, and I will see y'all tomorrow morning.
I don't want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking.
Shut up, boo. There is no racial bigotry here. Here you are all equally worthless.
You can't handle the truth.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You lose. Good day, sir.